In the past, politicians promised to create a better world. They had different ways of achieving this, but their power and authority came from the optimistic visions they offered their people. Those dreams failed, and today people have lost faith in ideologies. Increasingly, politicians are seen simply as managers of public life, but now they have discovered a new role that restores their power and authority. Instead of delivering dreams, politicians now promise to protect us from nightmares. They say that they will rescue us from dreadful dangers that we cannot see and do not understand. And those with the darkest fears became the most powerful. You shall become the next emperor, my darling son Commodus.
Thank you. Thank you, Father. I will serve you in Rome well.
I'm the new emperor. That's dope. Check it.
You ride a horse rather less well than another horse would. Your brain would make a grain of sand look large and ungainly, and the part of you that can't be mentioned, I'm reliably informed by women around the court, wouldn't be worth mentioning, even if it could be.
Yeah, what was that, Commander? Excited to be an advisor to the great and grand Emperor of Rome?
Oh yes, sir. This is a great undertaking in Roman history. You shall be immortalized forever.
I don't know if I want to live forever, though. I mean, it sounds great and all, but what if I get bored?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't listening. What were you saying?
Do you make shopping lists in your head or something when I talk? What?
Fight.
I think as my first act of Emperor of Rome, I will give free money to the people.
And how might you go about doing that, Your Excellency?
I was thinking about taxing the Senate.
Excellent, Your Excellency. The Senate is probably the most pointless thing, since How to Learn French was translated into French.
You don't have anything against the Senate, do you, Commander?
Good gosh, sir. Not at all. In fact, I'd never heard of them until you mentioned them just now.
But you do think that they are, as a whole, geniuses?
No, sir. I do not. Unless, of course, the definition of genius is a fat, dullard, or wobble-bottom, a pompous jerk with sweaty armpits.
Close shave there, then. I was about to embrace their unpure butts to my bosom.
I am delighted to have been instrumental in keeping your bosom free of butts, sir.
You know, it was only recently that my old advisor, Pyrenees, called me an idle scrounger. It wasn't until later that night that I thought it would be clever to say, "Oh, go away, you old fart." So naturally, I had him executed.
I wish you would take those anger management classes.
Well, you can twist in one hand and grab the other and see which one gets filled first. Ubi to Gaia, ego Gaius.
Ubi to Gaius, ego Gaius.
Hey, I gotta talk to you about something.
What, you got the results back from your IQ test? You failed?
I almost said something stupid, but I stopped myself.
Did it hurt?
A little, but that's not the point. The point is, my wife is driving me crazy.
Crispina? I can't imagine why. She's a lovely woman.
She's a total snob.
That which we call a snob, by any other name, would still be snobbish.
Well, I know it was an arranged marriage, but I didn't think it would end up like this, at least our relationship.
You know what a relationship is? Real exciting love affair that turns into ongoing nightmare. Sobriety hangs in peril. Something like that. I got it tattooed on my back.
You're totally egocentric. You only care about yourself. You flee at the first sign of danger. You're vain, and you're the most narcissistic person I've ever met in my entire life.
Hold on. Can you be frank?
Is that your name?
Seriously, no. My name is Crispina.
Okay, be frank.
I am positive that you are the most unattractive man I've ever met in my entire life. In the short time we've been together, you have demonstrated every loathsome characteristic known to mankind, and discovered a few new ones. You are physically repulsive, intellectually retarded. You're morally reprehensible, vulgar, insensitive, selfish, stupid. You have no taste, no sense of humor, and you smell.
Why that?
Never have I seen one woman in whom social grace was so lacking. That woman is a menace not only to health, but to Western civilization as we know it.
Exactly.
You know, I've been thinking. Oh, that would explain the beads of sweat. Anyway, we need to do something about Commodus.
Yes, but it must be subtle and it must be swift. You know how paranoid he is. He's madder than Mad Jack McMad, the winner in last year's Mr. Madman competition.
True. I can do subtle.
Crispina, you wouldn't know subtle if it painted itself purple and danced naked on a harpsichord singing subtle plans are here again.
You know, you and I are very similar.
Yeah, we're about as similar as two completely dissimilar things in a pod.
Those are the northern barbarians. Half of them don't even speak Latin.
Well, what do they speak?
I don't know, it's all Greek to me.
They speak Greek?
No, I mean it sounds like Greek.
Well, if it sounds like Greek, then it probably is Greek.
It's not Greek.
But it sounds like Greek. What's not Greek, but sounds like Greek? That's a good one, Caesar.
It's not supposed to be a brain teaser, Kilander. I'm just trying to tell you that I can't understand a single word that they're saying.
Well, no wonder, Caesar. You never learned Greek, of course.
I suppose they could go off on their own and have me not deal with them. That'd be great.
They're armed, Your Excellency.
Armed? With what?
Bad breath, colorful language, feather dusters. What do you think they're going to be armed with? Swords, you nincompoop. That's an
I don't want to die. There's so much I want to do in life. I want to be young and wild, and then middle-aged and fat, and then, when I'm old, I want to annoy people by pretending I'm deaf. My own sister, my own wife.
Rome deserves better. You're not capable of ruling Rome.
I never liked you anyway.
Ouch! Ouch! Get out of my sight! I think a vacation to a nice deserted island would suit you both greatly. And then afterwards, perhaps you can enjoy death.
My delicate complexion is ruined! Ruined, I tell you! Ruined!
Is it safe?
What I can understand is why they would want to kill you, Cleander.
I rather think it was you they were after, Your Highness.
What makes you say that?
Well, the words, death to the stupid emperor, first brought it to my attention.